cellulose, mineral, nutrition, we discussed major and the minor elements. Let us see their functions and the symptoms. First, carbon, hydrogen and the oxygen. Actually, these are non-mineral elements. Non-mineral elements which are in the gaseous form. Okay, which are in the gaseous form, as well as they are the structural. Where they are presented, they are structural components. Okay, in the cell wall, plasma membrane, they are present. Okay, now nitrogen. So this is most abundant element in any living organism. Okay, so where it is present, actually where it is present, it is a major element and it is present in the proteins. That means amino acids, amino group, they present, which is nothing but the nitrogen containing one. Proteins, nucleic acid. What are nucleic acids? DNA, RNA comes under the nucleic acid, which contain nitrogen bases. Yes. And hormones, chlorophyll. Chlorophyll pigment also contain, which is a green colored pigment useful for the photosynthesis, also contain the nitrogen. And ATP. ATP is the energy in any organism. ATP is the energy. Yes, which also contain the nitrogen. Okay, so these are the main functions where the nitrogen is present. So ATP means energetical functions, metabolic activities, it will participate. Chlorophyll, it is present, so photosynthetic activities. Hormones to send the signals. And nucleic acid, proteins, these are actually structural elements, biomolecules, so all contain the nitrogen abundantly. Okay, so what happens if this nitrogen becomes deficient? Okay, if the nitrogen becomes deficient, what is the result? Actually, this is present in the chlorophyll, right? So, the green colored leaves, generally leaves are in green color, right? So, what happens if the chlorophyll are absent? The leaves, they turn into yellow color. So, yellow color turning of the leaves, green colored leaves, we call it is a chlorosis, that is yellowing of the leaf. Deficiency of the nitrogen causes the chlorosis. And also stunted growth. The growth does not takes place, it will be reduced. Okay, so this is the another one. And also the growth or the chlorosis generally seen in the old leaves. Old leaves, this will takes place. So these are the functions and deficiency symptoms of the nitrogen. Next element, phosphorus. Actually, where the phosphorus is present is also a major one, and it is present in the nucleic acid, that is in the DNA as a phosphoric acid. We learned this as a phosphoric acid is present. And in the cell membrane is made up of lipids. Here phospholipids, generally they are present in the form of, okay, phospholipids, nucleic acids, it is present. Along with that, ATP. So ATP here, P stands for adenosine triphosphate. So P is the phosphate group which is present in the plants. Generally these are the things in which so energy is required in all the organisms, right? All the organisms, they require energy for their activities. So that energy, it contains the phosphorus, so it is also a very important element. So if this phosphorus becomes deficient, what happens if it becomes deficient? The growth, poor growth takes place. Yes, poor growth takes place in especially in the roots. Okay, and also if the phosphorus is absent, leaves they will turn a dull color, that is dull green in color they will turn into. And also premature leaf fall is also one of the symptom. Premature leaf fall is one of the symptom if the phosphorus is absent. Okay, so next these are the things, functions and the deficiency symptoms of the phosphorus. Next, coming to the potassium. Okay, so potassium, it is in the previous class we discussed the K plus pump theory. Yes, K plus pump theory proposed by Leavitt we discussed, right? So that K plus pump theory, what it is explaining actually? Opening and closing of stomata. Yes, opening and closing. opening and closing of stomata. Fine. So potassium helping in the stomatal opening and closing, that means nothing but the transpiration. Okay, and also it will helps in turgidity. Turgidity means water absorption, that is swelling of the cell. So this turgidity, how it will takes place when the potassium enters into the cell due to the osmosis process. Okay, so the big cells will become turgid, then only the stomata will open. If the K plus ion moves out, they will close because water will be loosed, they will become flaccid. Okay, so what happens if this potassium becomes deficient? Okay, what happens? The transpiration does not takes place, and premature death of the plant takes place. Premature death is one of the symptom. Okay, and leaf margins will be there, right? These are the margins of the leaf. So these margins will turn into yellow color. Okay, my yellow color they will turn, and growth again poor growth will be there. That's why premature death is taking place. So these are the deficiency symptoms of the potassium. Okay, next element is calcium. So calcium is very important element. It is also a major one. And where it is present in the plants? So plant cell, in between the two plant cells, there is a connecting material, what we call it as a middle lamella. Yes, middle lamella we call. So this middle lamella is made up of calcium pectate. It is made up of calcium pectate. So this calcium pectate made up of nothing but our major element, that is the calcium. Okay, which act as a cementing material between the two cells, adjacent cells, and also it act as a secondary messenger in the signaling pathways. In the signal transduction pathways, it act as a secondary messenger to transfer the signals from one region to the other region. Okay, and it helps in the cell wall formation. Cell wall formation, that means a cell plate in between the two cells. For example, this is the cell, it is going to divide into two cells. So during that process, cell plate will be formed. Yes, that cell plate is made from a middle lamella. That will later develops into the middle lamella. So it is made up of a calcium. So indirectly it is helping in the cell division. Okay, so what happens if this is a deficient? What happens? Obviously cell wall formation does not takes place. Yes, cell wall formation does not takes place, and it leads to a disease, that is a black heart in a cereals. Black heart disease in the cereals, and root growth does not takes place. Root growth will becomes poor, and also it cause a dieback disease. It will cause in some plants dieback disease. The stems will become very pale in color, and they will die later. So these are the main things. It will also act as an activator in some reactions. Okay, activators means what they will do in any reaction. Enzymes are present, so those enzymes will increase the rate of reaction. So that rate of reaction will be increased by the enzymes, and these enzymes are activated by the activator. So this calcium is also act as an activator in some of the reactions. Next element is magnesium. So magnesium, it is present in the chlorophyll pigment. In the chlorophyll at the core region, it is present. Magnesium is surrounded by the nitrogens, carbons, etc. So in the chlorophyll it is present, and also the most abundant enzyme in the plants, that is the Rubisco enzyme, which helps in the photosynthesis. Okay, to synthesize the food materials. Though this Rubisco enzyme is present, which is the abundant one in most plants. So in those enzymes, so Rubisco enzyme, photosynthetic enzyme, so this magnesium act as an activator for this enzyme, and also many other enzymes, it act as a activator. And it is also helps in the binding of two ribosomal subunits. Actually, we know that 70S, 80S type of ribosomes are present, which have the smaller subunit and the larger subunit. So these subunits actually they have to bind during the protein synthesis, right? So to bind the ribosomal subunits, this magnesium will help. So it is very important during the ribosomal subunit binding. Okay, so these are the important functions of the magnesium. Then what happens if it becomes deficient? Okay, what happens if this becomes deficient? Actually, this is present in the chlorophyll. So if it is deficient, it leads to a chlorosis disease. What is this chlorosis? Yellowing of the leaf. Yellowing means it does not take place the photosynthesis. Okay. And also next disease is necrosis. What is this necrosis? Actually, it is seen in the citrus plants generally. The spots, necrosis is a disease, spots on the leaf, brown color or black color spots which appear on the leaf. This is also one of the disease caused due to the magnesium deficiency. Okay, and next coming to the sulfur. Sulfur. And this sulfur, it is very important one, and it is present in the 3 amino acids. There are 20 amino acids actually, to which are the building blocks of the protein, right? So in those proteins, there are 20 amino acids. Among those 20, there are 3 amino acids which contain the sulfur as their constituent. What are those? Cysteine. This is one of the amino acid. Methionine, this is another amino acid, and cysteine. Okay, small spelling difference but different amino acid. So these contain the sulfur. Okay, 3 amino acids, important one, cysteine, methionine and the cysteine. Along with these, it increases. Another functions, it will increase the root development. It increases the root development, and also it will increase the nodule formation. Nodule formation to fix the nitrogen. Yes, nitrogen, it is present in the, actually nodule formation takes place in the legume plants, and also non-legumes also it takes place. But to fix in any plant it is, it helps in the nitrogen fixation, right? So these are the main functions. Okay, so what happens if it becomes a deficient? Okay, if it becomes deficient, what will be the symptoms? So obviously it will cause a root development will be decreases, right? Because it increases the root. If it is a deficiency, root development will be decreased. Yes, and also the first symptoms, deficiency symptoms, first appear in the younger leaves. Young leaves we see if the sulfur is absent. Okay. And also it will cause chlorosis. What is this chlorosis? Again, yellowing of the leaves. That chlorosis is also one of the symptom of the sulfur deficient plants, like in the nitrogen deficiency and the magnesium deficiency. But this chlorosis first seen in the younger leaves we will see.